Hi, this is Sandy Kalickas, and this is my first grade class. I have Sherry and Dan, and we're actually going to pretend like there are more people than that here. But we are going to do a math lesson over greater than, and fractions, and comparing fractions on a number line. All right, boys and girls, today we are going to learn about fractions. Now remember, we talked about fractions being a part of a whole, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, first we're going to talk about if something's bigger than something or smaller than something. And I have a really fun Go Noodle that we're going to do for that. So stand up and get ready to do a Go Noodle on our smart board here. Ready? That's the volume on this computer. Ready? Greater than. Less than. Less than. Equal to. Ready? Ouch. Yeah. I can't see. Greater than, less than, equal to. Equal to. Greater than. Equal to.
And less than. Two.
Where's the stop button? All right, you get the idea. And I probably should have practiced that dance in a real classroom. I will do that. Okay, so we are going to talk about, remember how if I have one whole pie, right, like this, and or let's say it's a cookie, and I want to cut it in half, so you each get half. So I want to make them the same. Are those two equal parts?
No.
Those aren't the same. Will somebody get less than?
Less than.
Yeah.
What about that one?
Greater than.
Greater than. Okay. So I'd have to put it right in the middle, wouldn't I? Like that? So how many cookies are here?
One.
There's still only one cookie, right? But how many parts are there?
Two.
Two, right? Very good. So if we were going to write this as a fraction, we would put the parts as the numerator on the top, 2, out of how many total parts? 2, because we still have 2 and 2. What if I took half the cookie and I gave it to Dan? Now how would I write the fraction? Does anyone know how many parts do I have left?
One.
I only have one part left, so I put a 1 for the numerator, but it's still out of 2 total parts, right? So we keep that as 2. Guys, remember we went over that yesterday? Okay, well, we are going to, you guys have all played red light, green light, I know, because we just played it outside at recess. So I'm going to give each of you a strip of paper like that. You guys got your papers? You guys are awesome. Okay. So what if I want, let's pretend like this is a candy bar. And I want to divide it in half equally between 2 people. How can I make sure that my parts are the same? What would be a good way to do it?
Measure it.
Measure, that's a good idea. What if I didn't have a ruler or measuring tape? Is there something else I could do?
Fold it.
Fold it, very good. So if I fold it and I put these ends together, then I know it's exactly half, right? Both are the same.
Yes.
Very good.
How do you fold a candy bar?
Well, this is pretend.
Oh. Just check it.
So, all right, so fold yours and make a little crease there. So if you have just this much of it to where your fold is, how much of it do you have?
Half.
1/2. Do you guys remember how to write 1/2 on the board? Do you remember how to write it? We just did it.
1,
One part out of
2.
two parts. Very good. So I want you guys right there on your crease where you fold it in half, write 1/2 there. That's the half mark. So if you take one side of that, either side is half, right?
Right.
Now let's say we have 4 people. Let's say we have 4 people that want to share this candy bar. How could I divide it into 4? Could I do it by folding it?
Yeah.
Yes.
What if I fold it in the half, right? And then I fold it in half again. Let's make a crease there. How many parts do I have now? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4 parts, right?
Yes.
So if I only have 1 part out of 4 total, what would my fraction look like? Remember, I have how many total are there? How many parts? 4. And if I just give one of them to you, what do I put on the top?
1.
1. So you have 1/4. So at that first spot, I want you to write 1/4. I'm going to write it on mine too. I've got half in the middle. Okay. Now what if I decide that I want to give 3 of these, 1, 2, 3 parts to one person? What would my fraction look like over here?
1/3.
1/3? I've got 1, 2, 3 of the 4 parts, right? There's still 4 total parts that it's divided into. And then how many parts am I going to get?
3.
3. Very good. So my fraction right here is going to look like 3/4. What if I give the whole thing, all 4 parts, to somebody else?
They're lucky.
So I had 4 total, right? And I'm giving someone all 4 parts.
4.
4 on the top, right? 4 out of 4. Let's write that on the end one. 4 out of 4. I'm going to take my number line up here. So, is there a different rate? So we've got, let's see. We've got 1 part out of 4, right? Is there a different way we could write this? We wrote this as 1/2 because we had divided it into 2 parts, right? But if it's divided into 4 parts, it's the same thing if we put how many out of 4 there?
2.
2 out of 4, right? We've got 1, 2 out of 4. So 2 out of 4 is the same as 1/2 on this.
So that's equal to.
Exactly, equal to. Very good. I should have put equal here. Very good. And then we have 3 parts. Now this is 4 parts out of 4. But if we hadn't divided it up at all, and if it was just 1, how many would we have? If it was just 1 whole part and we gave the whole thing away, we would
1.
have 1 out of 1, which is equal to just 1 whole. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Remember we kind of talked about that with fractions? Okay, now we're going to get to our red light, green light game. So you guys each have some of these. You have a fraction of 1. See how it's 1 whole pie and it's not divided at all, so that's 1. We've got 1 part out of 2. That's this part. And then we have our fourths. We have one part out of something that's divided into 4. We have 2 parts out of something that's divided into 4. 3 out of something that's divided into 4. And 4 that's divided out of something out of 4. So just to make this fun, I'm going to have you guys each write your name on one of these. You can pick whichever one you want. And write your friends' names on the other ones. And then we're going to do something fun with them. Actually, I'm going to tell you what we're going to do before you write the names. We are going to put them on our number line and pretend like it's a red light, green light game. And the goal is to get from the start here at 0 over to 4 out of 4 or 1. Okay? So put your names on these, your name and then your friends' names on the other ones. And then I'm going to have you put them on your number line in the right spot. Any questions?
Nope.
No.
Okay. Oh, I see you've got all your friends on there. Very good. Good job. Awesome. Right, you guys both did really well at this. We are going to go up on the board and show where these go. So, if I have one whole thing, and I know this is a circle instead of a line, but where would it go on our number line?
All the way by the end.
All the way down there where it says 1, right?
Yep.
Very good. So that is going to go right there. Okay. If I had this divided into 2 sections and I only had 1 section of it, where would that go on our number line?
In the middle.
Right in the middle there where it says 1/2. Very good. Okay. Who can tell me? We have another one that's kind of tricky. 4 out of 4. So that it's divided into 4 sections, but we have all 4 sections. So it's divided into 4 and we have all 4. Where would that go?
At the end?
All the way at the end again. Very good. So we have 2 things down here, don't we? Those mean the same thing, don't they? They both mean one whole.
Yes.
Okay, so this is if I have 3 sections out of 4. The whole thing's divided into 4, but I have 3 sections. Where would I put this?
Right in the middle of those 2 under 3/4.
Yep, right under 3/4. Very good. Good job. Okay, still divided into 4, but I only have 2 sections now. What do you think?
It's equal to 1/2.
Equal, it's the same as a half, right? Because you have 1, 2, 3, 4 sections, and we have 2 of them, so it's right in the middle. So this is the same as right there. And our last one is we just have 1 section out of our 4. Where should that go?
The first section.
First section, very good. All right. I'm going to come around and see if your papers look like this. If they do, I'm going to give you a star, and I'm going to see who won your races. Okay, good job. You can turn it off now. That was my lesson.
Oh,